What up, nerds in the simulation? Of course, you can find all my stuff at johntoll.net. And since all of my stand up gigs have been canceled or postponed until we're allowed to be in a group of more than 10 or 20, then you can support what we're doing here at 4256 by heading to the merch store at johntoll.net. You can get a Pit Boss hat. How about this? Huh? Do you? Do you hate commies and Nazis? Then go get a Pit Boss 2000 attack zip up sweatshirts. They're warm and I've got a few left. Go to johntoll.net and you can check those out. Of course, you can always go to rockfin.com/JT and endorse the Pale Horse. $9.99 a month, folks, and you get the unlimited and continuing and amazing growth content that is available at rockfin.com. $9.99 a month. You get an entire platforms worth of content. So head on over. One thing that we learned during the impeachment and the march towards impeachment is that you have the administration who has the main channel. You have the previous administration that has the old channel, and now you have a back and forth where the old administration's channel thinks that it should be the main channel, even though the current administration is the main channel. There's the friction back and forth, and that's what we learned from watching, pre-coronavirus Adam Schiff lie to us day in and day out. What I think is interesting, folks, and let's take care of some housekeeping up top first. How about make sure that you're working on your social distancing? Make sure that you are washing your hands. Make sure that you do have your paper products, foodstuffs at acceptable pre-prepped levels. And on top of that would probably be a great time to make sure that all of your vehicles are filled with gasoline. And on top of that, perhaps 10, 15, 20 gallons of reserve gas as well, because we have no idea the information that's coming. Remember, look at this tweet from January 14th, 2020, folks. This is the World Health Organization. And for those of you who are reading challenge, and God, and I hope not, but it says preliminary investigations conducted by the Chinese authorities have found no clear evidence of human-to-human transmission of the novel coronavirus identified in hashtag Wuhan, racist, hashtag China, racist. Again, this is the World Health Organization tweeting this in January 14th. Well, the true fact of the matter is that this became an issue as early, while they knew about the fact that this coronavirus existed all the way back in, February of 2019? We get our first major case in China on December 8th. They realize that it's a problem on December 14th. And here it is, 1 month later, the Chinese now lying to the World Health Organization. Now, what's interesting is that the World Health Organization, China, the World Bank, Marxists, communists, and socialists, progressives, and the Democratic Party are working in concert. Mind you, the same media that told you about Russian collusion, that told you about impeachment, were not saying a damn thing when the World Health Organization sends a tweet out with hashtag Wuhan, hashtag China. But now you have the obvious, and whoever these journalists are that are carrying the communist propaganda, look at them. Why are we discussing identitarian politics, folks? Because it's the same thing. What is anti-American is great for globalism. What is anti-American is great for China first. What is anti-American is great for the communists, the Marxists, and the socialists working to take your freedoms away. The same people telling you how to say and how to react are celebrating the market tanking. It's as plain as the nose on all of our faces, folks. So take care of the things that you can take care of first, be it washing your hands, social distancing, your food's taken care of, your paper stuffs are taken care of. Now you've got the gas taken care of. Make sure your ammo is taken care of, because nobody seems to know when and if this will ever stop. How much further it's going to go. I know a couple days ago they said it was just a 14-day period. And then you're watching a governor close schools through the end of the year. You're watching auto manufacturing shut down. There's a $1.8 billion paper plant that they were going to open in Arkadelphia, which is in Arkansas. It was $1.8 billion, and the major investors in that paper plant, folks, was a Chinese paper plant, and now they've pulled out. So we may see, as we decouple, and rightly we should, that more and more projects around the United States of America are going to be stopped, and the investment is going to be pulled back. But what it will expose are the people who are already on the ground here in the United States, working hand in hand on the encroachment of communist values inside of this very country, through corporations who are as powerful as governors, who are as powerful as people who may or may not have sold their seats in government to look the other way. Because we can look, you can always say China lied, people died. It's very easy to see. But what we know for a fact is that this virus was a major issue in December. So much so that a month later, on January 14th, here they are telling the World Health Organization that it's not a human-to-human thing. And then they tweet that out. But they knew that it was. So they were lying to the World Health Organization, or the World Health Organization was allowed to be lied to, or the World Health Organization knew the truth and carried China's propaganda regardless. Why is it, as the stock market burns and as identitarian politics are pushed, that every answer that comes out of big government seems to help Joe Biden? It seems to help the covering up of China. It seems to help the pushing of Marxist and communist values. And that's what's being exposed here, folks, is you now know who was knowingly complicit in pushing and carrying this operation from the beginning, which was covering over the fact that for a month, when they could have gotten ahead of it, when they could have stopped the travel from Wuhan, they didn't. When they could have said it was human to human, they didn't. When they could have shared the samples, they didn't. They had the samples destroyed. And now here we are with a real virus, natural or not, a bioweapon, offensive or defensive or not, purposefully put out or accidentally released or not, because of the fear, the marketing, the DNC hoax that the media has been fueling to tank the markets and all to undo the presidency of one Donald Trump. And if it means that you and your family die in the streets and go bankrupt, then fuck you. That's what they wanted anyways. See it for what it is, folks. You're going to see, now I'm going to start trying, whose response is better? Was this country who engaged in globalist practices had the best response and they have the best numbers? According to who? The World Health Organization, connected to the World Bank, connected to China. And now we can't trust any of it. Because whether or not this is real, whether or not this is a bioweapon, whether or not this is accident and or on purpose, or it's just the fear of it being possible, it's pushed by the same people who pushed that Russia, Trump, real estate, New York, and we should have been looking at China, real estate, Biden, Obama, because those are the people that moved all of our manufacturing over there, that had us rely on their manufacturing, on their drugs, and on the very solutions. And now here we are asked out, and all hands are on deck. So make sure your hands are washed. Make sure that your gas is full. Make sure that you're paying attention. And make sure that you're keeping American liberty and values first. God bless America, everybody. JohnToll.net.